movies like The Day After Tomorrow? Who's seen that one? Or I don't
You mean the natural disaster?
natural disaster movies that show a world of dystopia, human misery. No, I mean every all is lost. What are those movies trying to get us to talk about?
Yeah.
What is the author's perspective?
It's like what the world's gonna look
What
like
causes the natural disasters? What do you think? What do they want us to look at? Like the global warming,
contamination, deforestation, stuff like that. Environmental problems.
environmental issues. Yes, they really want you to have these conversations about these serious things. Okay, and they're expressing their perspective in that. But how do they do it? They do it by showing you a very dark what? Place, a very dark future.
So they use fear.
They use, okay, maybe that's fear. Okay? What we're going to use in this lesson is we're going to use the text Hunger Games. For the next few days, we're going to watch the movie, and I'll pull excerpts from the book, Hunger Games, by Susan Collins. We're going to start with the first. Okay? And we'll go through the second. Okay? So what we want to do in that, check me out. Let's turn to a blank sheet of paper, because as our objective states, we have to respond to a question. We have to respond to the question, how our common day, or as Mikey rephrased it, today's things, day to day, things in society, okay? How are those things eliminated or overemphasized in that film? So I want you to create a chart that looks like this. Let's do 2 columns here. We're going to say utopia, and we're going to say dystopia, because both of these will exist in the movie. That's a perfect movie to show the contrast, okay? You have your notebook, you're writing this down, you're with us. So first we have to identify, this is our textual evidence right here, okay? This is the evidence we'll find in the movie. Where would we find evidence in the movie? What could we write down as evidence? It could be what?
Describe the place.
You might describe a place. It may be something that Katniss Everdeen says.
Yeah, she said a lot of things.
She says a lot, okay? You might describe what things that she said looks like using color. Are they colorful or are they dark? Okay? And then in this third column, which you'll be graded for, this is the column that holds more weight. In this column, you're looking for current society. As we know, that story takes place in the future, but we want to know, what are these things saying about today's current society? Okay? What are these things that we pull out of the movie? What is the author trying to say about today's society by depicting such a horrible or such an over-exaggerated, beautiful future? Okay? So I'll take one. We'll do one together. Let's take the fact that those who play, the tributes who play in the games are what? Somebody describe the tributes that play in the game. They are what?
There's nothing really the same about them. You can have old people, young people.
Well, let's start from one. Before they changed the game in part 2, in part 1, they were all what? Children, teens. Between 12 and 18, that was a rule. You had to be between 12 and 18 to play. And by play, we mean to what? Compete. By compete, we mean what? Die.
And the first one, they took the little black girl. That's
12 to 18. What do you think she's saying about today's society by offering such?
That's the generation that's down off Kool-Aid Day.
Okay.
It's like you own, like, I'm not gonna say you own, but our own generation is killing each other for food, drugs, money.
Okay. What was she trying to over-exaggerate there? What is she trying to over-exaggerate?
The hunger.
The hunger that exists in society. Okay. What else could she be trying to exaggerate there? So somebody said, what did you say, Mikey? Violence. in today's society. I don't know if you said that, but, okay. Hunger. The hunger that may exist today, hunger for what?
Money.
Money?
In
But
the
it
movie,
wasn't
don't
one
like it.
movie, and life is one.
Again, we're talking about, what are they saying? What does this piece that we pulled out of the text, what is it saying about today's society?
Oh, hunger to be on top, like to be.
Good.
Hunger of power.
Hunger of power.